Hey guys, how you doing? Uncle Craig here. And today, well, it's the end of the day actually, so. But I can smell barbecue, man. Somebody's barbecuing. I did a lot of work today, of course, but I'm using my new GoPro Hero 11, replacing my ZV1 Sony, mostly because the Hero 11 is waterproof. And my ZV1 drowned, right? But yeah, so this is my first video, so hopefully it'll be all right. Still missing my front tooth. Gonna have to fix that and find time. But I hope this video comes out all right. I tried yesterday and I failed. One, because when it uploaded, or when I copied it off of the chip, off the memory card, it really only copied the audio, and then I realized because this, you know, it's a different MP4 format or whatever, I had to convert it, so I used my video processor to convert it so that I could, you know, have the video. But before I figured out how to do that, I erased the memory card. Yeah. Anyway, so what I'm doing today, or what I did today, was, and here, take a look. I worked on my deck. One of the things I did was I laid the cement, or put the cement between all the cracks on the deck, smoothed it out. Not totally smooth. I wanted to leave a little bit of the grooves there for the water to pool up or whatever. But I have and I remember now, just now, that the sound on the GoPro 11, the rear facing mic or whatever, is not very loud. Anyway, and I haven't gotten the adapter to get my external mic hooked up, but I got the external mic. Anyway, what I've done here is, and you can see this, I took the old steel bar that I had and cut it into 3 pieces, or 3 of these columns. That one column, I don't think I'm going to even need that one, but I inserted a piece of, this is basically like a 2x4, but I shaved off the edge, but I put a 2x4 teak wood beam in here, bolted it through into the cement piling like it normally would be, and then what I did was I actually filled the top filled it with cement, you know, all the way down, and then put in the rebar, not rebar, but put in the metal bar, you know, that'll weld the crossbar to it. But I did that for each of them, so I mixed all that cement today and did that, got her done. And then of course, like I said, I did all the cement work here because we have decided, after enough people commented, as well as my wife told me like 100 times, talked about putting a shade, like a regular shade, almost like we have on our house back there. But I said, never mind, man, I'll make it like this. I'll go ahead and build it out and build a nice steel awning out there, and even though it's like that, I think I can go straight and make it straight even. I think the overhang will be a little bit more, but the stuff ain't very heavy, so I think I can go ahead and do that without any concerns. We also I also did the other side, my other deck. I cemented this side up too, but one of the things, and you can probably see that, there's like this, you can see the different colors, right? So I laid the cement in there and did all that, but unlike this side, what I did over here was, when I did that side first actually, and then when I did this side, I actually you know, wet sponged it to make it more even because there's some uneven spots. And so I wet sponged everything. That's why it looks kind of white. I didn't wet sponge that other side. I actually forgot. I just put some of the extra cement down here. It's already cracked, mostly because it's, you know, too much wet cement for that area, but it's good enough to dump it. It's going to be covered with gravel anyway. One of the other things that I did it yesterday. I woke up yesterday at the sound of a chainsaw and I was like, what's going on? And one of our cousins was over here with the auntie. She was cutting the tree down, or cutting the tall tree down to be able to pick up, to be able to get some of the whatever vegetables, some of the top young plants, which is crazy to me because, you know, you want to cut a whole tree down to get some of the leaves off the top, you know, and of course you'll sell them at the market, but what are you going to make, $5 off of everything? So, but you know, trees grow. I just didn't want to cut all these. You can see these are called cut. I didn't want to cut the whole thing down. I mean, you know, the trees provide cover, provide shade for the pond, certainly homes for all the birds, and snakes too, for that matter. But yeah, man, I mean, green is where it's at. I don't want to butcher everything and have no green. What's the deal? So, but you know, I wound up having to, they cut that one back there, and then another one over there a little bit, and then but my wife wanted me to cut this one big one that was up here, so I cut that off. But then it took me, it's been really hot, so I actually took the better part of the late afternoon, almost like this time yesterday, and you know, with my chainsaw, and cut up all the wood that you know, that fell. I had to cut it all down into these logs, basically. Plenty of logs, by the way. And although, fair enough, this is what you know, basically some of this stuff is what you know, what they're eating, but younger. And I actually left it all here. Then today my wife was the one who piled up all the logs, bigger pieces over there, and then the smaller branches that'll die over here, and the same over here. Although, so I see now she did some more cutting today, so she must have cut all these smaller branches. She has a little small hand, you know, single kind of chainsaw thing. Got it from Lazada. It works really well for her because she can't handle that big chainsaw. And but I cut all them big old logs back there. She's probably gonna ask me to cut these up, but yeah, you can see from the pond view, I did we cleared out that area in front of the shop part of the house, shop house, and I painted up that side again. I repainted this whole side again too, although now that I put cement on the bottom, I'm going to need to trim it up again. And then that awning will come off over there. Should look pretty good. We bought the refrigerator and one of those ovens for the shop house. Put that in there yesterday. I made a video, actually I tried to make video of, I came out, I left my trap in for 2 days. I was like, the day after, I was like, dang man, I keep forgetting that. So I came out here to pick up my traps. Actually it was at night, and I made video, but maybe I can show some of it, I don't know, but it didn't come out good. But I pulled that trap up, and sure enough, there's a big old turtle in there. So I but I let him go because it was too late, and you know, I mean, I wanted to get some turtle races going, but you know, I gotta catch. Usually, I'll catch 2 or 3 of them at one time, have some little fun with it, and then, you know, let them go or something. There was a big old crab in there too. I let him go, but I want to fix the trap a little bit better. We'll get back on it. But yeah, the video was just too dark. I could have lightened it in my Adobe, you know, Premiere, but Elements. But when you do that, it lightens it up, but it's like massive, you know, pixelate or whatever. You lose pixels, so it wasn't very good. Oh, by the way, when I cut that tree over there, yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, the bamboo ladder. That's what I used. Climbing up the bamboo ladder with a big old chainsaw in my hand, and then standing up in the crux of that tree with my chainsaw, cutting that big old branch off, and a couple of those. That was something. I should have videoed that, but after that, after I didn't get video from my GoPro yesterday, messed that up. I went on and, you know, started looking at my GoPro settings and stuff and set that up better. So hopefully this video comes out good. This is garden or vegetable plants, little patches along the lake here because it's easier to just scoop water and put it right in. This is my mother-in-law's idea. She figured she'd go ahead and start planting stuff right along here. We'll see how that works out. The lilies are taking off again. If you remember, I got in there, my wife got in there and just started pulling lilies. Every time she goes out in the boat, we get some, but dang, man, it starts to get hot and everything, and just boom, boom, boom. I should time lapse this because these must grow. Lily pads must pop up like 2 or 3 every day, if not more. Man, they're pretty invasive. But I think it's next month that we're going to wind up draining that thing to get the my wife's getting ready to burn to get the fish out of there. At that time we can get rid of some of the lilies. They grow back and I like them a lot, so there's no problem. My little bamboo run here I had my plants in there first. This was my ganja row, but of course that's all gone now. My mother-in-law did this. She likes putting stuff in trees. I noticed that from a long time ago. A lot of vines or this or that, you know, like that dragon fruit and stuff, and just like stick it in a tree, let it grow, or try to grow, or whatever. My little garden seat, which I like to be able to film. I want to see what this looks like in my GoPro. That's why I'm kind of doing the walk and talk around here, because I'm running my GoPro. I have it set at I think 4K and 30 frames per second. So this is some new dragon fruit that's been planted next to the tree. Over there too as well. I don't know what tree that is. My wife just planted. But it's been super hot, man. There's plenty of limes, or lemons as they would like to be called in Thailand. There's going to be way too many of those in a little bit of a minute. Ouch. Our black cat disappeared yesterday. We usually let them out, like, you know, they hang out and then they want to get out at like 3 in the morning. So we let them out. and then it comes back in the morning, you know, like breakfast. But yeah, it didn't come back. They didn't come back all day. My wife was crying about that. Thought it got eaten or something. And I was gonna send the drone up, check out the rice fields and stuff, see if maybe he laid out from a dog or something. But sure enough, next day, dinner time, showed up. Hey, speak of the devil. There he is right there. Hey man, you gonna stay home? Huh? You gonna stay home? Yeah. What's that? Watch the water? Yeah? I think she's filling up the water tank. It's a little darker in here, so I wonder how this GoPro is going to turn out as I move through darkness into the light. The wind knocked out my awning on that side, and I found out I'm about to re-engineer this thing. It's a washer welded to a bolt, and then a nut welded to that pipe. And you know, you're turning in there, and that locks the slide bar. But you know, no, that is definitely not strong enough. It actually broke the bolt or the nut off of the weld. So I thought maybe I'd use a you know, like when you have crutches and you have the little bead in there, you can push down and slide it and click 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 like that. I thought maybe I would try and find one of those, maybe even some old crutches, put that in there. I could cut it, slip it in there, bolt it through, and then just use it as a clicker. I don't know. What are you doing, boy? Don't be eating stuff, bro. Yeah. But yeah, man. House is looking good. Nice and clean. That's a refrigerator. It's a 10-year warranty on the compressor. This is a nice little oven. You can see it. You can cook all that stuff, cakes and pizzas, all the important stuff. What I like about the refrigerators, this one has a big freezer, bigger than the other ones. It's I think it was what 7.2 cubic feet or something like that. But yeah, man. So kitchen's ready, bathroom's ready, room is ready. Got to start putting some. You got to take the bed out of that spare room up there, bring it down here, so I can create my man cave up there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's see what my wife was talking about with my. What are you doing with the water? You want me to look at the water? Washing. Oh, you said you were washing. Yeah, I guess it's dry. What come off? Yeah, because you shouldn't really be watering it after I just finished, honey. You water it.
You said yes.
Wait, I thought you said to watch the water. I thought you wanted me to watch the water tank, that you were filling up the water tank. Another lost in translation moment. Well, let me know what you think of my GoPro video, man. You know, you watch that video from the GoPro site and you think, man, that's amazing. But usually, you know, the guy's got every little adjustment dialed in to make a badass video for, you know, for selling it or whatever. But I'll get it figured out. My biggest thing is just that it's waterproof. I did have a GoPro before I came to Thailand. I had a GoPro 8. It was great. I'd take it in the rivers and stuff and make videos and stuff. Really, really cool. I liked it a lot. This one has, I want to try, I'm interested to see the time lapse when we take a trip out to, you know, one of the higher hills or whatever where I can see the stars. Do a time lapse and stuff like that. That'd be nice. But the one thing, of course, with 4K is that, you know, it takes up a lot of memory, especially for uploading. With my phone, I mean, the phone was fine, I guess, but it just it's kind of cumbersome. I didn't really know how to use the gimbal effectively with that. You know, I'd have to run with it, and I don't know. I just want to get my external mic here hooked up to this one. I could buy the Rode mics, but I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? The GoPro Hero 11 with the bundle, it just means, I think, like an extra battery and this and that and that and whatever. The chest harness, and this was $18,800 for that from Big Camera. I found it. I could buy the GoPro from GoPro.com or whatever. You just select your location for Thailand and stuff like that, and you know, when you go to buy it, it's like $300 cheaper, which is perfect. But then when you go to Thailand, you pull down and all that like that, there's whatever, the shipping charge or something out of bank, I don't know, whatever, the thing goes back up for another $200 for the shipping and VAT or whatever. So it wasn't really going to save that much money by going through GoPro. I still have my GoPro subscription from before, so that works, you know. And what's cool about the GoPro subscription, especially the GoPro Plus, is that it has a no questions asked camera replacement. So if you break it, you just send it to them, they'll give you a new one. At least that's what they have all. That's what they did for me, actually, with my 8, because I did break. I actually, what I did was I strapped my 8 to. Well, actually, I first strapped it to my other drone I had, and it fell off of there. Meh. And it dinged the side, kind of messed up the lens rim, but it was all right. But then I had it strapped to my RC car on a racetrack, because the place where I lived, we had a racetrack for everybody to use, and for RC cars. And you know, flying over a jump, slammed into some rocks and cracked the screen, the view screen. So then I knew it was going to be waterproof after that. So I sent it back, and they did say take the battery out and stuff like that. So I sent it back. I actually also took the door off, the little battery door. I think they said to take that off. I'm not sure, but I took the battery door off, took the battery out, the memory card, of course, and just basically gave them only the camera. Sent that back to them, and they sent me a brand new camera with a new door and a battery. No memory card, but they sent me, you know, I was like, whoa! You know, the whole thing with the cables and all that stuff too, as a matter of fact. That was crazy cool. But definitely worth it's $49 for a whole year for the GoPro Plus subscription. So that's a good deal. Good little insurance. Although, I don't know about sending it from Thailand. I mean, obviously you can, because you can buy it online from Thailand, so there you go. Alright, man, well, thanks for watching. Keep watching. We'll get back at you.